Canada, the second largest country in the world by land area, is a vast and diverse nation characterized by its stunning natural landscapes, multicultural society, and rich history. Spanning from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific Ocean in the west, and from the Arctic in the north to the United States border in the south, Canada is known for its geographical variety, which includes towering mountain ranges like the Rocky Mountains, expansive forests such as the boreal forests, and large bodies of water, including the Great Lakes, which contain a significant portion of the world's freshwater. The northern regions of Canada, where temperatures can drop to extreme lows, are sparsely populated, with much of the population concentrated along the southern border with the United States. Canada's climate is as diverse as its geography, ranging from the frigid winters of the north to the milder, temperate zones found on the west coast, such as Vancouver, where winters are rainy but mild. Despite its cold northern regions, Canada's natural beauty and wealth of natural resources, including oil, gas, minerals, and timber, have played a major role in the development of its economy. The Canadian wilderness, with its vast forests, national parks, and wildlife, is a major source of national pride and a driving force behind the country's tourism industry, attracting millions of visitors each year who seek to experience its untamed beauty, whether through hiking, skiing, canoeing, or simply marveling at the northern lights in the far north. The country's natural resources have also influenced its history and economy, with the fur trade once serving as a cornerstone of early Canadian colonial life. Canada's cultural history, however, stretches back thousands of years, long before the arrival of European settlers, with Indigenous peoples having lived on the land for millennia. The First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples contributed significantly to the cultural fabric of Canada, with rich traditions, languages, art, and customs that have been passed down through generations. The effects of colonialism, including the French and British rule over different regions of Canada, have also shaped the nation, leading to a complex and diverse cultural mosaic that blends Indigenous heritage with European influences. French settlers in the early 17th century established communities in what is now Quebec, and this French influence remains an essential part of Canada's identity, as Quebec maintains its own distinct culture, language, and traditions. English settlers soon followed, and the eventual conflict between the French and the British culminated in the British conquest of New France in 1763. However, the French-speaking Quebecois population remained and has continued to play a critical role in shaping the nation's cultural and political landscape. Over time, Canada developed as a British colony, and its path toward independence involved a series of political, social, and economic changes, culminating in the British North America Act of 1867, which united the provinces of Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia into the Dominion of Canada. This act laid the foundation for Canada's federal system of government, which includes 10 provinces and 3 territories, each with its own local government, and a central federal government based in Ottawa, the capital. Canada's transition to full independence was gradual, with key milestones including the Statute of Westminster in 1931, which granted Canada full legislative independence, and the patriation of the Canadian Constitution in 1982, which included the passage of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The Charter enshrines fundamental rights and freedoms for all Canadians, ensuring equality, freedom of expression, and protection from discrimination. One of Canada's most remarkable features is its cultural diversity, largely shaped by immigration. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, waves of immigrants from Europe, Asia, the Caribbean, Africa, and the Middle East transformed Canadian society into one of the most multicultural in the world. Canada's approach to immigration has emphasized the integration and celebration of diverse cultural backgrounds while maintaining the country's core values of tolerance, equality, and social harmony. The multiculturalism policy, adopted officially in 1971, has been a key factor in promoting social inclusion and helping to create a society where diversity is not just tolerated but embraced. Canada's bilingual nature, with both English and French as official languages, is another aspect of its cultural identity. The province of Quebec, where French is predominantly spoken, has been the site of significant political movements advocating for Quebec's independence, leading to referendums in 1980 and 1995, which ultimately resulted in a decision to remain a part of Canada. These events have highlighted the ongoing tension between English and French-speaking Canadians, but they also reflect the country's commitment to democratic processes and the accommodation of linguistic and cultural differences. Canada's political system is based on parliamentary democracy, with a constitutional monarchy. The head of state is the monarch, currently Queen Elizabeth II, but the day-to-day affairs of the country are overseen by the Prime Minister, who is the head of government and is elected by the people through a federal election. The Canadian political system, characterized by its stability and multi-party system, has allowed the country to remain one of the world's most politically peaceful and developed nations. It is also recognized globally for its commitment to human rights, peacekeeping, and international diplomacy, consistently ranking as one of the most desirable places to live. Economically, Canada is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, with a highly developed economy that is rich in natural resources and has a strong industrial base. The Canadian economy is driven by several key industries, including mining, energy production, agriculture, and technology, with the country being one of the world's largest producers of oil and natural gas. It also has a robust financial services sector, with Toronto serving as one of the leading global financial hubs. Canada is a major trading partner of the United States, and the two countries share one of the world's longest undefended borders.